One of the things that we often hear, as well as criticism of perhaps the younger generation in the diaspora, particularly when it comes to speaking out about sovereignty, speaking out about 84 and trying to reclaim this identity, is this gravitation towards what appears to be the condoning of violence or what appears to be anger, as opposed to necessarily reflection on Gurbani and Sikhi principles. And I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on that, because I know that the media has often tried to paint Sikhs, and especially those who support Khalistan or who support the right of individuals to want Khalistan, as terrorists or as angry, armed individuals. But you have kind of countered that narrative in your own way.
I think it's actually, the world we live in loves to sanitize everyone, not just us. I mean, look, right now you can kill through a remote control sitting in a basement in Nebraska 1,000 people, and that violence is sanitized and is acceptable now. That's what drone wars have done. Not just in Bush period, but in Obama period, they did the most, and he won the Nobel Peace Prize for it as the sitting president. Because we have sanitized everything now. So what happens is the individuals and communities, and we fall under that community, who are very visible with their arms part, they don't know how to contextualize us too. So we have to work harder to see what to do about this. And part of my sort of mentioning that's why was our word choice needs to be very, very clear. It's not a criticism I have youth. It's actually of adults also. It's anyone. Barney's ideas are not age-based. It's our behavior. You can be a 2-year-old or a 20-year-old or a 70-year-old. It just depends on your behavior, your understanding. So one of the things I would say is if somebody is very, very serious about it, and it's okay if one is not serious, and I'm going to keep saying this, just like on a fear point I said that. Everyone cannot do many things. But maybe pick your battle. And if part of your battle is you want to work on presenting why arms are part of the Sikh tradition, because there are lots of questions about it, because we are saint soldiers. The world doesn't understand that model. Most Sikhs also don't understand that model. Even the largest peacekeeping force in the world today has a force. UN exists for peace, but why does it have a force? Why does Vatican have their guards? They had to come up with that for protection. For us, it's built in. So we must be patient with people who don't understand it. We need to become harder at understanding how we are more warriors than soldiers. That's why I like to go back to our own words. Native words are, because soldiers are trigger happy. Warriors are not trigger happy. It changes the attitude. Warriors have a code. Warriors don't have court-martial. Soldiers do have court-martial because they do many messed up things. We know this for a fact. So our code, in fact, if you haven't heard this, I invite all of you to listen to Harman of Rani Tat wrote an incredible poem. I actually tweeted this one today because I've been listening to it since yesterday, which Manpreet Singh sang. And in the beginning of that poem, it's a poetic, aesthetic, Sikh aesthetic way to present what is the role of Shastra in Sikhi. Odi ada ki hai. Odi maryada ki hai. We're discussing other maryadas. Do we understand the maryada of when we carry it? So that's the kind of stuff we need to get into, the Sikh aesthetics of why we carry them. And when the Sant carries it, how it is graceful. When only a soldier will carry it, it is not going to be graceful, whatever we may say. That's our model. And that model works. That model is saluted by Hindus in India as well. I want to say that specifically because many a time this wedge we have bought into, yes, there is a politics of India, and yes, that's a majority Hindu nation, but everyone is not a political Hindu who hates Sikhs. In fact, they are the ones who were making one Sikh guy a Khalsa in their house who would fight like that. So we have to understand that somehow we are losing that narrative. Maybe part of it is our behavior, and part of it is not understanding this warrior code of the Khalsa. This drenched element of being drenched in the Naam. So to me, this is very, very important, because we can be Sikhs in our own mind. Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj said it, "Mainu nahi koi fark penda, what do you think you are, what kind of Sikhs?" That's what really the meaning of Rahat Pyari Mujhko Sikh Pyar Nahi is. It's the lifestyle I'm interested in, not the labeling. So in that lifestyle comes this element. Just so as you overcome your fear, you also will be overcoming how to present yourself as then the kirpan won't be yours. If I can just say it from a Sikh sentiment angle, because I'm dealing with this for the last 5-6 years. I thought it was mine, and I was so misled. It can never be mine, because it was gifted to me by the Guru. So when we understand that is Guru's kirpan, it will change the way you do things and how you look at things.